Welcome to the Coach's Corner with Coach Matt Turner and the voice of the Buckeyes, Jeff Rash. Hi, I'm Jeff Rash, and I'm here with the head coach of the Gilmer Buckeyes, Mr. Matt Turner. And welcome to Coach's Corner. Matt, great to see you again.
Good to see you, Jeff.
As always. Well, we get to go back. We had a bye this last week, so we get to go back 2 weeks into your memory and talk about the most exciting game, I guess, arguably we've seen this year. Looked like a state championship game to most people watching. 18-15 over the Carthage Bulldogs. Tell me what you saw in that game. What did you think about your players' performance?
Well, I thought our kids' effort was tremendous, and that's what we ask. There's always things you think you can improve on, but our guys' will to win and our guys' just effort was really, I thought, very good. And ultimately, that was the difference for us. As you know, so we did a lot of good things in offensively, defensively, and kicking game, but just the kids staying with it. It's the kind of game that kind of tested that a little bit, and we knew that was going to be that kind of a game. We were glad that we were getting in that kind of game, and so I think we're a better team for it. And, of course, it's always nice to win that type of game if you can. We came out on top.
Yeah, and what a defensive performance on both sides of the ball. You know, the first quarter, I don't think any team got inside the 30-yard line. I mean, it was one of those deals where it was like, wow, you know, and a great defensive battle. Only 3 points scored in the entire second half. I can't remember how many years it's been since the Buckeyes were limited to 3 points. But you're playing literally. We were making comments in the booth about, man, we could be watching a state. This could be the state football, game right here. Two powerhouse football teams. Great coaching on both sides of the ball. That's why they call it East Texas Game of the Week, right?
Yeah, I think it lived up to the billing.
It did. It definitely did. So, very exciting game. Luckily, the Buckeyes came out on top, and we're really pleased about that. And congratulations to I expect that team going big school to go pretty far in the playoffs, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah,
suspect?
I would expect them to play pretty far into the playoff season, and maybe win it all, no doubt.
Wow.
Of course, the injuries always come into play and all that, but Scott does a great job, a great team, and they'll be a handful for anybody to play.
Yeah, I'm glad they're behind us now. That's a good one. But congratulations on a great victory.
Well,
so let's move ahead. We had a bye week this last week. I guess everything, you guys still practiced during the week?
Sure. Really the objectives for this week were to get better, get healthy, and get fresh. So we did all three. We worked. We had really good work. We didn't work as long, so we tried to get our legs back, and we healed some guys up. And so we accomplished all three things. We thought we had a really good bye week and got some good work, and our team's moving forward, and we like that. So
good.
We got what we wanted out of that, and that's important. It's a sign of maturity of your players a little bit to be able to handle it, because it's kind of easy maybe to kind of click off. But our guys have some goals that they want to achieve, and I think they got their eyes on it, and they know what they've got to do it. So we had a good week.
Good, excellent. So this week we're going to be playing Melissa here in Jeff Traylor Stadium, 7:30 kickoff. And so what can we expect from Melissa this year?
Melissa's a spread offense. They're even a little more than us. They're not as much two back. They're a no huddle. Kind of remind me of us when we were back in the early 2000s. They're a lot more one back, but Seth Stenton does a great job coaching them. He does. His schemes are solid. Kids play hard. So we're going to see a spread. It'll look like mirror images a little bit. There'll be a spread offense trying to no huddle. They don't play quite as fast, or haven't at least up to this point, as we do, but. So it'll be, for us, it's the record's 0-0. It's a new season, and just like every week, we're trying to go 1-0.
Y'all focus 1 week at a time.
That's it. You want to know.
And I've got to ask this question. I mean, I know some of the coaches do, but do you spend any time at all looking, kind of mapping out the I know it sounds crazy because it's earlier in the season, but do you start looking beyond district at this point and start saying, okay, who's got what out there? Because now you've got 5 or 6 games behind you. Everybody kind of knows what everybody has. And do you start as a coach, do you start looking ahead in the playoffs and saying, okay, more than likely we're going to see this guy, and if this happens, you know, do you do that, or do you literally just take it a week at a time?
Well, for the most part, we take it a week at a time. I think we always are looking at people in our area that we know potentially could play. I mean, you know, we see video of other teams as we scout even the ones that we're about to play, and so, you know, we're trying to glean as much information as we can about potential opponents. So I'd be lying to you to say that we don't. Now, is our major focus on that? No, because we've got to get prepared for the opponent that we've got in front of us. But certainly we begin to look around the area and see who the teams are that potentially could become opponents as we move forward. And so we do a little of that. But, you know, for the most part, we get ready for the one that we've got sitting right in front of us.
Oh, that's excellent. So, well, we're looking forward to a great game on Friday night, Coach. We appreciate your time today, and want to remind all of our viewers that you can watch the Coach's Corner with Coach Matt Turner at 9:30 on Saturday mornings, right before the replay of the game. And then you can watch it again at 5:30 on Wednesday evenings, right before the replay of the game. And we appreciate you watching and listen to what Coach has to say about the team for the coming week as well as the game prior. So on behalf of the head coach of the Gilmer Buckeyes, Mr. Matt Turner, I'm Jeff Rash. Thanks for watching Coach's Corner.